Hey my friends, it's your friend Kevin here with today's Divine Daily Blast and a reading for the week ahead, August 9th through the 15th. Let's get right to it. We've got a lot to get to. I'm going to start with a little overview of this week. The times are changing and we have a new moon eclipse coming up this week in Leo. Eclipses are about starting afresh, and this one, being in the sign of Leo, packs a really showcase of a wallop. It's triggered the South Node energy, which is all about releasing past karma. It's all about releasing the karmic patterning, I should say. Consider which personal or professional relationships are dragging you down and stop that cycle. It's only through doing this, stopping the cycle, stopping the habits, that you can really have the promises that this eclipse is bringing. It's possible that your own sense of pride might be holding you back. It might be stopping you from getting everything you want to achieve. This is the influence that Leo is bringing to the table. Now, we've already passed through a rather intense July with astrology, and there's a great deal of divine masculine energy in the skies right now because Saturn and Neptune are in Aries, Jupiter is in Leo, and Pluto and the nodes are both in Aquarius. This counterbalance makes things even itself out. Energy such as intuition, receptivity, I should say the divine feminine energy is the counterbalance to all the masculine energy. So the divine feminine energy talks about intuition, receptivity, nurturing, and all of this is necessary for every one of us to be grounded and feel balanced. There's a rather helpful alignment between Mercury, which is the sign of communication, and Uranus, which is the turnaround planet. So even better energy to work through the pride and communicating your feelings. This is a time to scrub the past away and admit to being on a new energetic cycle. Just be mindful and careful of what you say when you're pushing the release button on these things. Releasing karmic patterns is for healing and freedom and making balance while embracing new beginnings. All right, so we're starting off on Sunday with a brand new, well, she's not brand new, she keeps popping up. She's popped up quite a lot this year, the Egyptian goddess Hathor. We've also got a angelic activator known as Shamuel, let the love in, and we just got through talking about that when it comes to the divine feminine. So today, my friends, August 9th, we're talking about the number 9, angel numerology number, 9 on the 9th, a day of kindness, intuitiveness, heart-centric action, the pursuit of passion, and lifelong purposes. That's what the 9 is about. My isms: I'm grounded, I'm present, I'm on the right path for graceful new beginnings. Really good place to start by releasing the karmic patterns. I'm allowing in more blessings of love, money, abundance, wealth, health, happiness, romance, joy, fun, laughter, all of it. Letting it in, opening it up, being deserving of it. I am calm, I am peace, I am balance, I am stillness, I am ease. All of that is necessary for getting grounded and trusting in this release of karmic patterns. Archangel Shamuel, rather lovely image, basically saying, I am willing to see the love I have within. And a message from the Archangel Jophiel, call upon me, and I think you can see it. Well, can you see it? Not really. Call upon me when you need help managing your negative thoughts so that you control the story you're manifesting. I have complete control over my thoughts. I choose to create only happiness in my life. These are affirmations that if we can say them, if we can feel them, if we can believe them, we will achieve just that. Now, as I've said, Hathor, the Egyptian goddess, the moon goddess, is about activating the light within, accelerating your brilliance, and standing in your light. Louise Hay today says, I create my own security by trusting the process of life. The universe is reliable, and so am I. Now, our tarot card for today is the King of Wands. The King of Wands, my friends, is a minor arcana tarot card, but I happen to think these court cards in their respective suits pack a wallop. So it's a card that embodies visionary leadership, bold creativity, raw charisma, and inspired action. The King of Wands represents the master of fire. This card signifies confidence, entrepreneurial spirit, and the drive to take absolute control over your future, your pathway in life. You can see it by the dragon bats. They're like dragons with long tails. And over here we've got dragons on the wands, the fire that's burning, the scars on his face that signify he means business. He's going through anything and everything. He's a natural born leader, a visionary, a charismatic person, courageous. And he's all about action and, basically action leadership. Stepping into a high level of management, launching a business or driving a creative project forward, getting a new channel going, updating your channel, updating your resume, updating your websites, doing all of those things is all about King of Wands energy. Now, if you want a little bit of a nod on relationships, it's direct, it's passionate, it's protective, valuing honesty, freedom, rather than the clinginess or passive aggression. Are you getting the drift? You should let me know in the comments. Oh, before I let the fairies in, I got a little bit of news towards the end of this video. I'll share it with you about what the process of my tarot card deck and my book, where it's at. I showed it to you a little over a week and a half ago, and there's our card. I like this card. This makes sense. The other one didn't make sense yesterday. Anyway, I'll share that with you at the end of this video. Moderation is what the fairies are saying. Everything in moderation. And I think that is a perfect card to go with our releasing and letting go. Do it in, just do it in, be deliberate about your moderation. Try not to just rip off the plaster, if you will, or the band-aid, so that you create more of a fuss. This is not about creating fuss. This is about gently releasing, letting go of what is just stale, is done, including those prideful moments when you feel like you've been wronged, you've been upset, this person did this, stop holding on to that. Because really, at the end of the day, people who do these things, create this mischief and mayhem, they don't really care about how you feel. So, ask yourself, is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Is there something you're doing you shouldn't be doing? So, try to be more healthy. Try your actions to be more deliberate, more intentional. This card can be about your diet, the food you eat, direct influence to your health. It can also be about your activities, what you're doing, how you go about your business. I think that pulls all this together. All right, in a lickety split, la 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 la, I'm going to bring you the cards for this week. All right, my friends, here we go, here we go. We have got quite a lineup this week of cards. We just talked about the King of Wands. But before I get into that, I forgot to tell you that today, the moon has moved into Cancer. So, mind, planet, Mercury, because she's moving into confident Leo, which is fantastic news as we head into the eclipse. This will help us speak highly of ourselves, activating the law of attraction in our favor. So if you're a big fan of Esther Hicks or Abraham Hicks and the law of attraction, go in there and start manifesting whatever it is your heart desires. Now, back to the cards. 3 court cards this week, 2 knights and a king. And then towards the end of the week, where the eclipse is, you see how this goes. We've got all these wands, all of this passion, activity, action going on from Thursday through Saturday. Let's start with Monday, the Knight of Coins. And our Knight of Coins is known as the Knight of Pentacles, representing hard work, patience, slow and steady progress. He is signifying the practical action, a grounded effort towards long-term goals, hard work, stability, patience, and routine. Now on Tuesday, things shifted a little bit. We've got our Lovers card here, a major arcana card representing deep relationships, harmony, the alignment of values, the significant life choices. This is beyond romantic connections, and it's symbolizing the integration of personal dualities, moral decisions, and committing to a path that reflects your core, authentic self. On Wednesday, my friends, I should say that Tuesday, we got the dark moon. The dark moon is moving, and Mars, rather, on Tuesday is moving into Cancer. On Wednesday, we got the 6 of Coins. Now, the 6 of Coins, also known as the 6 of Pentacles, is a tarot card representing financial balance, charity, and the dynamics of giving and receiving. It shows a wealthy person holding the scales of fairness. In this case, she's got her basket of money. She's got money in her hand. She got hummingbirds. She got a nest of money. So that may as well be this interpretation of balancing out your money. Fairness, distributing money to those who need it, highlighting things of generosity, common support, and power dynamics. This is about giving and receiving, fairness and equality, support and mentorship. That's coming up on Wednesday. Thursday, my friends, oh my goodness, we have the all-action 8 of Wands. It's fast-paced action, sudden movement, swift communication and alignment. It's like the card of speed and resilience. Off we go. Signals that things are taken off quickly, delays are ending, and the events are moving forward with great momentum. So, Thursday, watch your energy. Be prepared to be a yes to anything that comes your way. This could also mean travel, a whirlwind romance, passion, being swept off your feet. That kind of energy is coming up on Thursday. Friday, we see the Knight of Wands. A fiery tarot card with high energy, rapid movement, big momentum, passion and impulse. It's the upcoming adventure, travel, or sudden push to put your creative ideas and bold plans into motion. Passionate, daring, energetic, charming, fearless, leaping forward into new projects, taking fast risks, chasing big goals with absolute confidence. If I had anything to say about this Knight of Wands, it would be the Knight of Fire. I got what it takes. I'm going for it. Woe betide anybody that gets in my way. Now, Saturday, we go into the 2 of Wands. You see there's a lot of fiery action going on. 2 of Wands is about future planning, making bold choices, looking at new horizons, standing at a crucial decision point, a pivot point. It's showing a person holding, 2 wands up in the air, coming up out of Mother Earth, being wrapped by the tree of life. Sometimes it's shown on cards with 2 people, to a person holding 2 rods, which is about future planning, making choices. This one's got red or we got blue. travel and expansion, thinking about moving, overseas trips, growing a business, all of the above is possible for you on Saturday. So that's the week ahead, my friends. A pretty good week. Really, the cards are talking about let's go. That's what eclipse energy does. It's sort of like the boom chakalaka, off we go, woof woof woof, and we've got all this wand energy and a few coin energy. So it feels like your actionable plans, your passionate beliefs are taking off because you've got the ability to give and receive equally. Now, I said at the beginning of this video, during this video, that I would update you on these cards and book that I'm producing. I didn't bump into a snag. I came upon a junction, if you will. I'm loving what I'm learning about the manufacturing of tarot cards and companion books. Creating them, writing them is one animal. Then you've got to get it from raw material into a package, into a book, into a box, into, you know, cling wrapping, all of that. And that requires companies. And I am amazed. Many companies have the same similar process, but they all have different policies to get it there. So where I am at the moment, all the cards are done. They're all shifted into a program that I can just simply send the folders off to a manufacturer to get them made. The book, however, came upon one simple step that I had not anticipated. Well, I thought you sent off your raw Microsoft Word material to a publisher. Oh, no. They don't necessarily want it like that. They do because they get to charge money to put it into a publishing format. So, where it's at right now, I am painstakingly going through page by page and transferring the raw manuscript material into a publisher's format, which is labor intensive, which is basically typesetting, laying out the page on a computer, freezing it, saving it, and moving on to the next page. So I just want to update you on how it all works, because I didn't know. I had no idea of how all this went, how you do all this, and I'm finding out. All right, my friends, that's a little bit of sideline for me. Thanks for watching, thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing, and thanks for doing all you do. I'll be back tomorrow for the Divine Daily Blast. Until then, much love. Bye for now.